Previously on the Damage Guild podcast.
The guard is shouting angrily at you. Bring that bucket out now.
I'm sorry, I'm actually not that strong for Goliath.
I'm gonna have to bring you in for questioning. So the guard, along with a couple others, direct you towards the town jail, and they let you inside. The mayor comes by.
I just pulled this crystal out of your well.
But who put it there?
That's the question.
Release these men.
Okay, so we find our companions.
Guess what we did today?
We saved an entire village, so let's go, because they don't like us anymore.
You reach the outskirts of Nenept. Rysynth himself appears at the door. You've done better than I expected.
Trust me, we've done better than we expected.
We found one of these, and I withdraw the crystal dramatically. Our friend Tokas here has had a personal run-in with the people that we believe to be responsible for all of this.
This is concerning information.
So what's our next step here?
I say we get these to the Alchemists Guild and see what they can find out.
Unless Rysynth has any other business with us, I'd say we can get moseying along.
Yeah, we're done talking to this guy.
And he has your contact information in case he needs to hire us for any other jobs, right?
Yeah, I think I gave him my business card.
Okay.
I don't think you really have business cards, but yeah.
I definitely have taken maybe chunks of bark off of a tree and then written my name and address on it.
It's a fantasy business card. It just has low-level magic attached to it that just says, "Hey, my name's Azlo. Wanna hire me for stuff?"
Well, that sounds a little creepy, but
it speaks to you in a sultry voice.
It's like that, but in a less creepy way. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you head outside, and do you want to head back out of Upper Castletown?
Actually, Tokas, you know the way to the Alchemists Guild, don't you?
Yeah, we need to turn right here and head as if we're going towards High Market.
Okay. Let's head straight there, unless you want to stop back off at your house for any reason.
No, that's good. We can pay them a visit.
All right.
Knowing you, Thane, you're looking at the map and you're like, you're supposed to take a left.
Well, you head past High Market, so you got that right.
Yeah, I remember it's near High Market.
You live in the Mercantile District, which is right next to High Market.
Mm-hmm.
But the guild is down in the northern section of the Aptivar Gate District.
Okay.
Need to restudy our map.
Yeah.
If you go to the southern part of town, just inside the gate, that's where the guild is.
We do that then.
It's probably mid-afternoon by now, I think. So when you come to the gate of the castle town, you see a couple of guards standing there, and they look at you. Where are you headed?
Out of the place that you're guarding. So don't worry about us. We're just 3 regular dudes, villagers, on our way to be good and orderly and nice to everybody that we see.
I think we need to make a suspicion check.
Didn't Rysynth give you something to show the guards?
If he did, sounds like we lost it.
Yeah, we I may have misplaced it somewhere.
Yes, here we go. I've got this, and I pull out the piece of paper for them.
I missed the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them takes the piece of paper, looks at it, and seems to be examining the little signature at the bottom. All right, you're clear.
Good day to you.
I wipe a drop of sweat off my forehead.
I know if I open my mouth, we'll be in trouble, so I just scurry past them.
So you're out of Castletown now, and you're heading south, past the Mercantile District, past the Temple District, and into Aptivar Gate.
Okay, so it's a good walk.
Yeah, it's about a mile.
So as we're walking and going through the city, I'm like, so Tokas, who's the highest ranking member of the Alchemist Guild that you know? Is it the wizard you live with?
The guild is very secretive, and yes, he's really the only one I've gotten to know. I've met a few garbed figures. Their hoods cover their faces.
The wizard you live with actually just walks around with the hood and garb.
24/7.
Yeah, like in his house, in his own house. You've never actually seen his face. He just walks around hooded all the time.
Oh, he's definitely seclusive. I know very little.
It's actually a bathrobe, but it's got a hood attached to it, so he just does that.
With just a strange, black magical aura in front, so you can never quite see what he looks like.
And you only see the lips, like when the camera pans closer.
And it's like the mouth of Sauron, like it's all like weird and big.
They seem old and wise. I don't sense anything evil about them necessarily, but they are very reclusive.
So you believe that if we come to them with this information, they'll be able to help us and not use it for evil?
I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure, but I think that if we do nothing, worse things will come to this land.
Mm-hmm. That's probably true.
And you're pretty sure those hooded figures aren't from the
cult?
Yeah.
Let me just tell you what you do know about the Alchemists Guild.
Okay, cool.
General overview.
Yeah, remind me. It's been a bit since I've seen them.
The Ormog Alchemist Guild is a fairly small organization, but is more involved in research than some of its peers in neighboring countries, particularly with regard to the effects of various magical and alchemical processes on human and demi-human life.
So they're mad scientists, basically.
Well, not exactly, but...
And or Nazis?
Due to their interest with the magic combined with life, that's why you chose to come here for their guild. You think they might be able to specialize in these sorts of things with your hometown's disease and everything.
They might be able to help me or my people.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's headquartered in Nenept, and the guild typically spends about half of its resources on various requests submitted by patrons in order to secure funding, and the other half on its own internal research, which they tend not to discuss with outsiders.
Do they have a name other than the Alchemists Guild?
No, they just go by the name Ormog Alchemist Guild, so the countries.
The Ormog chapter of the Worldwide Alchemists Guild.
They're their own guild for this country, which is why it's named for the country, because it covers the entire area.
Okay.
So this wizard that you know, your landlord, I guess? What was his name again?
His closet lord, I believe.
Yes.
You speak of Ezric. Old man Ezric.
So he's a wizard who's also in the Alchemists Guild?
Yeah, Ezric is influential in the Alchemist Guild, yes. He's not the head guy, but he's like in the in crowd.
Yes, what is his role in the guild there?
What's his dealio?
Yes. That too.
I'm not exactly sure, but he speaks very seriously about guild matters under hushed voices. I assume they are communicating from his desk. Must get the work done faster.
Cut down on commute time?
Well, I mean, in his old state, Ezric has a little bit of trouble moving. It's why I help out around the house.
Oh, okay, so he's actually enfeebled with age. He's that old.
Yes.
I see. Well, then it makes a little bit more sense that he has you helping him out around the house. Because I was just thinking he was just like mean, and you were like Dobby, like his house elf, his house gnome.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Well, there's a little bit of that
Okay.
actually, like still in there.
So he isn't just like doing it to be a mean person. He actually needs some help because of his age.
Yeah, I mean he does need someone.
Okay.
And I'm that someone.
All right. That sheds a little light on that situation.
So then you just abandoned him for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I hope he's okay. We should probably go check on him.
It's part of Tokas's, impetuous nature that he just sees something and runs off.
I'm going to come back and there's a mountain of dishes. Yeah, let's go see Ezric. He'd know what to do.
So you want to go to Ezric first instead of going directly to the guild?
Well, actually, wait. What time is it again?
It's mid-afternoon?
Okay, what day is it?
I have no idea.
I believe it's Tuesday.
Well, he does make the trek at least a couple times a week, all the way from our home to the guild. So I think Tuesdays he might actually be there.
Let's just keep going there then, and maybe we'll run into him, or maybe we can find him.
He won't be happy to see me. The last time I communicated him was the letter that I left, and I haven't said anything since.
Oh.
Ugh.
Did you say something mean in the letter?
I don't think so. Again, I'm not very cordial, so I may have not have thought it was mean, but I basically was like, hey, you're on your own, you're gonna cook your own meals for a while, and I'm going on vacation. It's paid vacation, and I expect to be compensated when I get back.
He didn't really say anything to soften the blow of his absence. Maybe he'll be easier on you if we're there? Kind of not wanting to...
No, I mean, because then he'd look at you and see you as the problem. Be like, so these are the ones you've run off to. That's how Ezric would see the situation.
So then I suppose we're all in for a browbeating.
Yeah, we'll take some of the brunt, and I'll do my best to talk him down off of his out of his rage.
Yeah, Ezric and I always seem to end up in some sort of argument, but Always hug at the end.
Yep, nothing like a hug from an old wizard. I don't know what that is.
Wasn't sure where I was going with that one.
Yeah.
Just rolled it.
All right, so we arrive at the Alchemists Guild, and we go inside.
It's not that simple.
You arrive at the guild headquarters, a small complex of mostly windowless stone structures surrounded by a low brick wall. An occasional breeze blows strange odors into your nostrils, some pleasant, others nauseating. A few of the buildings have faint trails of multicolored smoke drifting from the chimneys.
Ooh.
The main building boasts 3 stories, with a short staircase leading up to the front door. And a crooked sign on the door reads, Ormog Alchemists Guild Headquarters. Research patrons inquire within.
Is real estate cheap in this area because of the smells? I'd imagine it's a little like living downwind of the sewage treatment plant. Like, oh, he lives over by the Alchemist Guild.
You don't really notice the smells until you get right up next to the compound.
Is it kind of like radiation? Like all the townsfolk that live nearby are like slightly affected, just they don't realize it?
Yeah, they have like extra arms growing out of their shoulders and like
3 eyes and
antenna.
Well, just their children.
Well, only the children, that's fine.
yeah,
Yeah, don't worry about
just the children.
You get like superpowers.
Everybody glows as they walk around.
You don't need street lamps.
We knock on the closest door that we see, even if it's just a random door.
Preferably the door of the Alchemist.
Yeah, the door of the Alchemist Guild.
How about the one that has the sign above it that says "Inquire Within"?
That's a good
Yes,
Let's go to that door.
it's a good place to start.
Let's do that.
You knock lightly on the door, and
I knock heavily. I don't really ever knock lightly on anything. You guys can knock lightly if you want, but
Well, nobody will hear our knocks, so like we're kind of at this impasse where if like Azlo or myself were to knock, like they wouldn't hear it, but if you knock, you'll scare them.
true.
so you knock heavily on the door, and you hear a couple of thumps coming from inside. Sounds like bumping into various things. And a few seconds later, the door opens, and you see a short man standing in front of you. He has a long, deep blue robe with gold embroidery along the hems. You'd guess he's probably in his late 30s or his 40s. His hair is black, but starting to thin, and he's a bushy beard with flecks of gray. He looks at you, and then, clearly trying not to wince as he steps gingerly, speaks, "Yes, welcome to the Ormog Alchemist Guild. How may I assist you?"
Well, what's wrong, sir? Is everything okay?
"Oh, no, I'm fine. He just kind of reaches down and rubs his leg a little bit.
Are you disgusted by the sight of us?
"Oh, no, I just bumped into a few things on my way to come to the door. You're supposed to just come right inside."
Oh, I didn't know. This is the first time I've been here.
Ezric makes sure that I never show up in person, but I've heard so much about this place, I'm excited to finally be here.
He told me to never, ever bother him. Can we go see him?
He kind of responds slightly to the name Ezric, but doesn't really say anything about it.
I shake his hand.
Oh, he didn't offer it to you, so you just reach down and...
Yeah, I actually grab it and forcefully shake it and say, "I'm Shabba, born of Crag and Thunder, son of Pachaka, last of the Dabaday clan in exile of the tribe of Arakashan. Well met. What's your name?"
Holmes?
"My name is Ardent."
Ardent? Like you're really
Ardent.
excited about... Oh,
Ardent.
Okay. Ardent.
All right. Well, Ardent, you're our only friend in this place, except for Tokas' friend. By the way, these are my friends, and they're now your friends too.
We all have many friends, don't we?
We make friends easily around here, apparently.
So Ardent, once you release his hand, takes a few steps back and...
I don't release it. I just hold on. Super awkwardly. And I wait for Tokas and Azlo to introduce themselves. And if they don't, then I just keep holding his hand.
Well, he's trying to pull away right now.
Azlo Tendertoe, at your service.
Oh, Tokas Alton. I'm an apprentice to Ezric. Not the guy that hangs out in his closet and cleans his house. I'm his apprentice.
His actual apprentice.
Yes.
Yes, we're here on very serious alchemy business. Do you think we could enter?
I gently let go of his hand.
Yes, please come in. He nervously backs away from Shabba after that. And then circles around behind a desk and sits at a tall stool behind it. You're now in a small foyer with a few simple wooden chairs around the perimeter, and the desk that he's sitting now behind at the far end, atop of which rests a small brass bell. Several closed doors lead in all directions, and a curtain hangs over an opening behind the desk.
Question. What happens when you ring that bell?
That's how you would call me if I weren't at the desk.
Are you sure it doesn't, like, trigger a bomb or something?
I thought it was a magical bell that opens a portal into the innermost sanctum of the Alchemists Guild.
Yeah, that too?
Well, that's what's behind the curtain.
Yeah, we're just going to pretend that that's what it does.
You said you had some business here.
No, not really. We're just kind of looking around. Actually, yes, we wanted to see your leader. Take us to the guy in charge.
I am in charge of anyone seeking research appointments.
Oh, okay. Well, we'd like to make an appointment. An appointment for right now.
Rather, research requests, if you have any.
Yes, we would like you to research...
We'd like to request an appointment, please. Or if we can make an appointment to make a request, we can do that too.
Or we could schedule a meeting to make a request for an appointment. Whatever works best for you.
Guys, maybe you should let me handle this for once. I know I usually ruin conversations.
No, this is going fine. What are you talking about? Okay,
We're
yeah,
getting
go ahead.
somewhere.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
yeah. I step back.
Old Artie.
He scowls at the name.
Is Ezric here right now? He's sometimes out on Tuesdays. I imagine this is where he comes. I really am his apprentice. He would know me if he saw me.
I'm not sure whether he's here right now or not. If he is, he's probably working somewhere else.
Well, could we leave a message for him? We have an inquiry. We have something you guys need to see and hear.
We need to see it? Or you would like us to research something for you? Because that's what I deal with.
Well, we have this stone, and it's pretty significant. Has a bit of a story. And I think it would help in your research of the stone if we told you what we know of it.
Not to oversell it or anything, but the fate of the world as we know it depends on this stone.
Really?
Shabba, be careful. They hear that all the time.
I was just going to say, you might not believe how often we hear such things.
Well, this time it's actually true.
It's the real dealio.
Yeah, this is no laughing matter, sir.
Yeah, so stop laughing, you jerk.
I could tell he was about to. And it wouldn't have been a laughing matter then either.
So what would you like us to do?
Tell us what this is all about.
We would like some help researching exactly what this stone does.
I can set up scheduling with some of our researchers. We'll get it taken care of in the next 4 weeks or so.
4 weeks?
We have quite a backlog of research projects, you must understand.
Yeah, but this one has to take precedence over them all. Remember how I was talking about the whole fate of the world as we know it thing? That's this. That's not all of your other stuff.
Wait, Shabba. And I grab your hand, Shabba. And I'm like, okay, we tried. We need Azlo. We need him.
Okay, yeah. We step to the back of the room, even though Stripey's getting really mad at the fact that this guy is not helping us out.
Ardent, right? That's your name?
Yes.
Do you have any family in town here? Or anywhere, for that matter?
If you're thinking to blackmail me, that's not going to help.
No. Just answer the question, please.
Everyone has family somewhere.
Okay.
I'm a poor orphan boy.
Yeah, you care about their well-being, right? This is still sounding like I'm trying to blackmail you. Listen,
I will find them and I will kill them.
If you don't do what we ask, I will destroy them. No. This is of utmost importance. Like Shabba said, the fate of the world hangs in the balance because of this stone, and the faster that we can get it checked out and learn exactly what it does, the more chance we have of saving the world from potentially an outbreak of a disease that could wipe out everyone on the planet.
Hashtag spell plague.
Hashtag mic drop.
Hashtag how do you like them apples?
You've heard
You're full of them.
You've heard the tales about entire villages and towns disappearing to the east, haven't you?
Someone did come in and talking about that. Some unfounded rumors, I imagined.
Those rumors are decidedly founded now. We just founded them.
Yeah, we just found them. We just came back from the east. There are entire towns missing. And we believe that these rocks, which we found on site, have something to do with it.
We fought a horde of zombies to get through that stone.
Well, that certainly is interesting. And You, sir, in the short one with the armor, you said you knew something about these? You had some information to share about them?
Yes. Say yes.
Yes, I do. And this is where I, again, take off my wig. And I say, this stone has a most frightening power.
Says, would you please put that back on? I don't need to see your bald head.
You are truly hideous.
Nobody wants to see that.
Never have I beheld such a disgusting countenance before.
Well, I mean, a rock gnome without any hair is pretty ugly. I mean, they're, with or without the hair.
That's a pretty frightening thought, yeah.
All right, so I put it back on.
Before he does, I stroke Tokas on the head and I say, I still think you're beautiful.
I feel like that's Azlo's job. Like, that's his bardic inspiration. Like, you're still beautiful.
I'm too intent right now on convincing him.
Okay, so I put it back on, but again, like, I don't have my mirror, so it's like a little bit.
I help you. I straighten it out for you.
Okay, thank you.
Even though I'm looking down on it from above, I do the best job I can.
Right, I kind of puff out my rock gnomish chest and I say, this stone is part of the cultist's plan to end our world. I believe it's involved in a very complex spell plague, one that my people were not able to crack.
But we know that you guys are awesome alchemists, and you can. That's why we came here. Not because you're our only hope, because you are the best hope we have.
Help us, ardent Kenobi. You're our only hope. Sorry, had to go there. I would like to make a persuasion roll at this point.
Okay.
Probably a good idea, because we've kind of pissed this guy off.
I believe that would be a 25.
That's good because I rolled a natural 20.
Wait, did you roll a 20 thing?
Yeah, I rolled a natural 20.
Oh. The Game Master natural 20. Hype.
But you got a 25, so...
Can I make a stealth roll to fade back into the shadows?
For no reason.
Just to see if I can do it. To see if he no longer notices that I'm there.
We do research such things as diseases and so on, and especially magical ones, so that does fit into the overall goals of the guild. Normally, for a research request for something like this, we would charge 50 gold pieces. But seeing as how it is in line with our overall mission, I'm willing to cut the price in half, and I'll even put it on our priority list, and we should be able to give out some results in about 3 weeks.
Oh my goodness. All the bureaucracy, the red tape. This is not good.
Can we do a powwow, guys?
Yes.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Okay, powwow time.
Excuse us. And I push him gently away by the face.
He's already on the opposite side of the counter from you.
I reach across the counter. I'm pretty tall.
And sitting in a stool, so you just kind of shove him over.
No, I'm not shoving anybody. I'm just gently pushing his face away.
We do our classic huddle with Shabba using his arms as a sound barrier.
And Stripey being the carpet of fur to dampen the sound.
Okay, guys, what do you think?
What about just showing this to Ezric? He should be home later today. Maybe he could tell us what we should do.
That seems like the surest way to get through all this red tape. I think Ezric is now our last hope of having this accelerated.
Plus, we just don't have the overhead for this kind of thing.
Yeah, we literally cannot pay for this. We can't do it.
We already have to cover our trip expenses and all that stuff.
Also, I haven't eaten in 3 days. I've been giving all my food to Stripey.
That's not healthy.
What do you guys think about this plan? I'll head back home, try to clean up Ezric's house so he's not pissed at me, and then I'll show him the stone.
Oh, we'll help you.
Yeah, we'll help.
Yeah, it'll be our next adventure.
We whistle while we work, and Stripey will grab a broom with his tail.
Yeah,
and...
suddenly this is turning into a children's educational program of it's good to help others.
We'll sing the cleanup song.
Yeah, it's the scene from Sword in the Stone where he's cleaning the kitchen.
Yeah,
and Merlin comes in and makes all the magical stuff happen, and all the dishes clean themselves. It'll be like that except without magic. We'll just be literally grinding XP by washing dirty dishes.
Do we get experience boost from that?
Best podcast ever.
Like Fane, all right, I washed 7 dishes. It
How much XP is that?
has to be like 0.000007 experience.
It's like getting change for doing chores for your parents when you were a little kid.
If you clean the entire house, I'll give you 10 cents.
It's shiny nickel.
And then you don't know any better.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's go back to your place. We'll clean the whole thing up.
Before he comes home.
And then once he gets home, we'll maybe get some advantage on our persuasion checks.
And then if he complains about how the house has been dirty for the past few days, you can just gaslight him and say, what are you talking about? No, it hasn't. I've been here the whole time, you crazy old wizard.
Oh, yeah. Totally play on like his old man mind.
I think you're going senile, Ezric.
Perfect plan, team.
All right, let's do it. Bye.
I turn around to Arden and I say, thank you for your help. We're leaving. Goodbye.
Thanks for nothing. Just kidding. I don't say that.
Feel free to come back if you ever need any assistance from the Alchemists Guild.
Yeah, we'll come back if we ever need anything done really, really slowly.
Shabba, please. Have you ever heard of burning bridges?
That's what I'm trying to do.
I just hang my head and walk out.
Thanks, Arden.
Yeah, thank you. Again, for nothing.
My pleasure.
All right. Lead the way, Tokas, to your house.
Sure.
So you head back up towards the Mercantile District, and you arrive at Isric's house.
Do you have your own key?
Well, okay. I reach for the doorknob, and I do have a little set of keys that I pull from my pocket. And I turn to you guys, and I say, do you guys smell something?
I make a smell check.
Smell check.
Got a 13. Do I smell something?
I got a 2. All my wisdom rolls in this game are the worst.
Yeah, my roll was poor.
I don't know if you'd really smell anything with that.
I feel like I definitely smelled something. Kind of like a pungent,
Is he?
some sort of like...
He's not dead in there, is he? He hasn't been missing at work the last few days. He left and he just died and he had nobody to care for him.
Oh, Ezric, we haven't seen him in 3 weeks.
I feel like I'm smelling the inside of a garbage can. Like, you guys don't smell that? Ask Stripey.
You noticed that it smelled kind of weird the last few days that you were actually there before you left. You didn't realize that?
No idea where he is. I'm just going to leave him this note. You walk by the living room and there's like just a corpse laying on the couch.
No, he got stuck. He dropped something behind the dresser, and then he went back there and tried to get it. He
Just a pair of legs hanging out above the dresser.
got pinned against the wall upside down. Yeah, you just see 2 little wizard shoes, like, poking out.
Pointy wizard shoes. Man, I haven't seen Ezric in a while. This is weird. Looking under like rugs and stuff.
All right,
in the background.
that's not what I was going for, but I'm going to leave that up to our deity, our thing. But seriously, I smell something.
I smell nothing. I have cotton balls stuffed up my nostrils.
Well, I rolled a 13, so there's a chance that I smell it too. I just say yeah. I just say I do, even if I don't actually smell any. I'm like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can smell a little bit of like rotten smelling stuff inside.
All right, so I hesitate a little bit, and I stick the key in the lock, and I turn it.
Something from the other side turns back.
The lock clicks open.
And I gingerly grab the knob and give it a little twist. Actually, it's kind of like I have to like use 2 hands.
If he's not home, why are we being quiet? Just curious. Did you misremembered the day that he actually goes in? You're not sure if he is home?
Well, I mean, I just smelled a stink bomb. Like, I'm going to try to, like, defuse it, so to speak. I feel like the second I open the door, it's just going to burst out. Then Alzo's going to smell it, too. Maybe.
All
right, so I open it.
You are greeted by a musty scent mixed with a little bit of perhaps aged fruits and vegetables. Would be a gentle way of putting it.
There's a mold or something, like a yeast
Yeah, there's black mold crawling across the walls toward us. Make an attack roll. Roll for initiative.
Roll for initiative.
It was just waiting there, and you opening the door fed it the oxygen it needed to flourish.
Yeah, I definitely let Tokas go in first. I say, after you, good friend.
I make my way towards the kitchen and I try my best not to vomit.
All right, so this house seems messy, but not exactly dirty for the most part. It's just like books and papers scattered around. There's a significant amount of dust over a lot of it. And when you get into the kitchen, you smell that most of the rotten scent seems to be coming from a box at the back of the kitchen.
What's Stripey doing right now? Because remember, he has the keen smell ability as a badger.
Oh, can he really enter the house? It's probably overpowering.
He has advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on smell. So anything that smells a little off, he would probably have some sort of reaction to it. I don't know what, but...
Maybe he leads us to the box?
He probably just doesn't want to follow you inside.
Okay. I scruff him by the neck and bring him in.
Starts chittering angrily.
I knew it. Ezric really needs me, guys. Look at this mess.
Ugh, this place is a pigsty.
I think I'm starting to smell what you were talking about a minute ago, Tokas. Is that coming from that box over there?
Yeah, I think so. We should probably check it out.
Yeah. You go ahead.
I guess I am the one wearing the gauntlets.
Yeah, you also have a sword, don't forget. You can maybe lift the lid with the sword blade
From a
so you
distance.
don't even have to touch it.
Okay, I brandish my rapier. And I, stick it into the top of the box. The box is closed, right?
Yeah.
Make an attack roll on the box.
So you pry open the box with your rapier, and as you do so, the scent is multiplied tenfold.
I make a constitution save.
I volunteer.
I got an 11. Do I throw up?
The Damage Guild podcast. Just add holy water.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Damage Guild podcast. My name is Jay Stout. What's your name? Summer's here, grab a can of beer. That's what I always say. That's not true. I'm going to keep it short and real sweet this week because I have a lot of crap to do around the house this weekend. I've got one of those honey-do lists that needs tackling, if you know what I'm saying. Remember, if you want to support the show, if you're enjoying what you're hearing, if the dulcet tones of our voices are music to your ears, and you want to share that experience and tell everybody you know how much this show has changed everything about your life and made it so much better and so much more fun, here are ways that you could do that. Leave us a review. Remember, we're on Twitter, @DamageGuild. Send us a tweet. We're on our website, thedamageguild.com. We're all over the place online. We're still waiting for our Spotify approval to come through, so I really apologize. There's been a big backlog at Spotify, apparently, so I really apologize if anybody has been waiting to be able to listen to us there. We're doing our best. All we can really do at this point is stay strong, and we're going to get through this together. If you want to get a personal message on the show, you can go to thedamageguild.com/decree and issue your own royal decree. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, keep holding on, and always remember that we love you. We'll see you next week. Bye!
This is the Damage Guild podcast.
You don't throw up. You kind of gag a little bit. Looking inside, you see piles of pork rinds and bits of apple cores and various other rotting fruits and vegetables and meats, all just kind of stuffed in there.
Ezric was really never much for taking out the garbage. He usually would make me do it.
Would the neighbors look down on us if we had a bonfire in the street?
A very smelly bonfire.
That's the best thing to do. If you're in a medieval town and you got a bunch of trash, burn it.
What time is it?
Late afternoon by now.
Yeah.
Oh no, we don't have much time. Ezra usually comes home right before evening on Tuesdays.
Oh no.
We got to do something.
All right, squad, let's get to work. Action scene. It's a montage.
Yeah, there's a montage, and one of the scenes is me wrapping sponges around Stripey's feet, and I smack him on the rump and send him across the floor, and he's like sliding on like wet, soapy sponges.
I grab the box and I run out the door, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm just, I got to get this far away from the house.
You just panic.
Yeah, just throw it at the nearest villager.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
You see like a bunch of ducks on one side, and
I throw it in some random alley somewhere.
Is that all the trash that's there, or is there other trash lying around?
It seems like that's all of the significant trash.
Okay, so he knows at least how to use a rubbish bin. Yeah, so just throw it at somebody, or in an alley. That's how medieval towns work, right? They just have little ditches, and they dump all their chamber pots and garbage into it, and it just flows down somewhere that you don't have to care about.
Right.
Pretty much.
That's kind of like how it works in our society, actually.
Yeah, that's
Sort of.
Actually, Nenept is rather advanced in that regard. They have a real sewer system, so people still kind of dump it into the street, but then it flows under the street, and it is taken care of.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, so just dump it down the sewer.
Wait, you mean like open up a manhole and dump it down?
Yeah, sure. That's what the sewer's for.
Do it.
We don't have time to be conservative right now.
Okay. I mean, these things are like heavy to open. I'm just a rock gnome.
No, they have like grates that cover openings into the sewers. So if you just kind of pour it either into the grate or just into a gutter, and it'll eventually flow down there.
Oh, okay.
So then we dump it out and then take a hammer and just smash it through the grate to solve the little apple cores and stuff.
All right, so I dump it over the grate and stomp it into the hole, through the holes.
All right, your feet are now covered with moldy everything.
Perfect.
He comes tromping back in the house. Guys, I took care of it.
Like, Stripey just finished cleaning the floor.
I'm like, oh, sorry. And I take off my boots or greaves.
Except it's all still in the montage, and we're all like throwing up our hands like, oh, Tokas, you
classic
crazy.
Tokas.
You need to add some like montage music for this part.
Yeah.
All right, everyone give me an...
Cleaning check.
A cleaning
I
check.
would say intelligence check to see if you know what spots to clean and...
How to conceal the mess. I got a 15. I mean, maybe I like lead my fellow peoples.
Mine's an 18.
Ooh.
I'd like to preface my result by saying that I have a 12 intelligence. I'm pretty smart. I rolled a 3, so that's a 4.
So 4, 18, and what?
15.
All right, so Shabba spends a little bit too much time trying to get Stripey to do his work for him. But the other two of you managed to put forth a decent effort and get the place cleared of garbage, at least the worst of it, and you've dusted the main areas, and it's a presentable room now.
And then as the montage comes to a close, like Azlo's finishing the last sweep with the broom, and then we all like fall back down on the couch, and Azlo chucks the broom across the room with mage hand, and it's like teetering on the edge as the front door's opening, and then it falls back into place, and we're like, huh. And then the front door opens and Ezra comes in.
Oh, Ezric, hey.
Oh, hey, we're just hanging out.
Oh, these are my new friends.
Thane hasn't actually said that Ezric's come in
Having a
yet.
good time. Yeah, Thane's like, okay, you guys just play the game. And
Yeah, just who needs a DM? So yes, you all sit down after your couple hours of hard work, and Ezric comes inside to find his house guest and two complete strangers sitting on his couch. He is a tottering old man, bald, clean-shaven. He has long robes that trail along on the ground behind him, and he walks kind of hunched over with a cane in his hand. Who are you?
Ezric, it's me, Tokas.
Well, yes, I know who you are, but who are these people?
why don't you go first, Azlo? Mine takes longer.
I am Azlo Tendertoe, at your service.
Yeah, I'm Shabba,
And this is Shabba.
born of Craig and Thunder.
Yep, that's all you need to know. Just Shabba.
Shabba.
Will do.
Shabba, shush. I'm sorry, friend, but
We'll spare you the details. His name is Shabba.
Ezric is hard of hearing.
What are you doing in my home?
We came to say hello. And once we got here, we just loved your home so much. We wanted to wait for you to get home so we could tell you how much we loved it. It's a very lovely home you have here.
It's so well kept. How do you keep this place so clean?
He kind of sniffs the air a little bit. Something seems different here.
No, this is exactly how it was when we walked in.
Ezra, don't you remember? You hired me as your manservant. Remember, I do all the cleaning?
Yes, that's what you're supposed to be doing. But then you left me this note.
A note?
He goes over to a bookshelf, and just picks off this little envelope from a corner. You disappeared without warning. I didn't know if you'd come back at all.
That doesn't look like your handwriting to me, Tokas.
No, it doesn't. You're right. Not at all.
Is that your handwriting? Did someone leave it?
Guys. It's not going to work. Ezric, I'm sorry. I still lust for adventure. I'm still a young gnome. These are my new friends, and I had the opportunity to go on an adventure. You were a young adventurer once, weren't you?
Adventure. Thanks. Alchemist craves not these things.
An alchemist craves not these things.
Yes, in my younger days, I might have seen some adventuring, but I have no need for such things now. And if you want to take part in the Alchemists Guild, you would have no need for such things either.
You're right, Master Ezric. I'm sorry.
Listen, Mr. Ezric, I have to admit here, the responsibility for Tokas' absence rests solely on the shoulders of this little halfling here.
I say, Azlo Tendertoe. Again, at your service. It's true. I recently brought Tokas along to travel with me for a little while. But the real reason that we're here today is that we are wondering if you, in your ancient wisdom and outstanding power...
Are you calling me old?
No, not in the least.
He doesn't like that. He doesn't like being called old, Azlo.
Oh.
No, just that your wisdom is old, not you. Just the wisdom part of you.
You have the wisdom of an old person, but you, sir, are young and spry.
You're wise well beyond your years. At least that's what Tokas tells us.
And with that ancient wisdom, we're wondering if you could help us get to the bottom of a mystery that's going on around here with this. And I pull out the crystal.
He hobbles forward a little bit and pulls out some lens from his pocket. He holds it up to his eyes. He looks at the obsidian crystal.
I remain absolutely still and silent as he's doing this, wanting to ruin his concentration.
Yes, this is indeed a rock.
Wait, Master, look closely. It's not like any other sort of obsidian I've seen.
Might I recommend casting Detect Magic? No, I can't do that because I don't even know what that is. Shabba doesn't know that is a thing.
Also, I will pull I don't have that spell prepared card. In fact, I don't even have it memorized.
No, I meant I was going to recommend for Ezric to cast Detect Magic.
Oh, for Ezric to do it.
Yeah, but I don't know that that's something that he can do or that would even help him.
I'll say, Ezric, when Tokas told us about you, he said what an incredible master wizard you were, and I think that if you do look a little closer, like Tokas suggested, you'll see that this is no ordinary obsidian.
Well, I don't normally do these research assignments myself. That's why I have a whole guild behind me.
Well, we think that you could do the research much better than anybody else at your guild.
Ezric, if the guild found out about this stone, it might cause panic. That's why we want to come to you in secret.
Make a deception check.
Who, me?
Yes, that was an obvious lie.
All right. I need to put it against my charisma?
Your deception. It should be a skill.
Please tell me it's not charisma.
You have a deception skill.
Oh, I do.
It is a charisma-based skill.
It is charisma. Please tell me.
Yeah.
Can we, rewind a little bit and have Azlo lie for me?
You're the one that just lied.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is going to go poorly, guys. I got a 6.
Something tells me I'm not the first one to hear about this.
Yeah, we kind of already went to the Alchemists Guild because we thought you'd be there, but you weren't. Or at least when we went there, they wouldn't let us see you.
Master Ezric, they wouldn't take it and research it immediately. They also wanted a lot of money that we don't have. You know that I'm very poor.
All right. You've been doing a good job for me for most of these last few months.
So that's a yes, then.
I'm afraid that I'm too busy to be doing research like this myself. So what I can do for you is I will put in a good word and help to defray some of those costs, perhaps, and see if they can't put this towards the top of their list.
We think this is a more important research project than probably anything else they're working on. There are real people's lives at stake right now in the eastern villages, and we think it would be a mistake of the greatest order to delay this at all. This stone has something to do with a plague that is causing a lot of people to get really old really quickly, which is something I'm sure you can relate to. What am I saying?
So quickly, in fact, that they die, is what he's trying to say.
Yes.
It's causing a bit of necrogenesis too, Ezric. They come back to life when they should be dead.
He kind of pulls back away from the stone when you say it's causing people to age. It's like, you don't want something like that near me.
No. As long as you don't put it in a glass of water and then drink that water, or gather it together with several more of these stones and put them in a circle around you, we believe you will be okay.
We think.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That's why we need the Alchemists Guild's help, because there are so many things we don't know. There are villages out there where people are dying.
Or drinking this stuff.
And they have already died, and they're alive again. And that's worse than it sounds.
This does sound serious, and as I said, I will put in a special request and see if they can't expedite the research for you. But keep in mind that with something as complex as this, it is likely to take some time still.
Do you believe that they'd be able to at least get started on it relatively soon?
I can likely have them start within the next few days, but it will take time.
Well, I suppose that's the best we can hope for, then.
He reaches over to a small desk in his study area and pulls out a piece of paper, real paper.
Ooh.
And a quill, and kind of writes with his jittery hand a little note, and he hands it over to Tokas and says, "Here, if you show this to the research director, he should be able to accommodate you. And also, here you go." And he reaches into a pocket and pulls out a single platinum piece.
Ooh.
Platinum.
This will help with the costs.
Yes, it will.
Master Ezric, that's very generous.
Many thanks to you, Master Ezric.
Wait, Azlo, he's not your master.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll call him Master anyway, out of deference.
It's fun to say. Sensei?
Senpai?
Okay, 1 platinum.
Well, 1 platinum to put towards the research.
Yeah, which is 10 gold out of 25, so we're still going to have to put up 15 of our own.
Yeah. I just haven't marked in party treasure.
We've also got the note. He also just gave us a note, though, so maybe it'll be even cheaper.
True, he did say, well...
The note that he gave you is rolled up and stamped with his personal seal as well, so you can't actually read it.
Oh.
Okay.
No, I bet it says something like, despite these 3 crazy people you're about to meet, like, the stone that they're giving you is of true significance. Oh, and also give them a discount. Employee discount.
Yeah, give them the employee discount.
Master, does this mean I'll no longer receive the weekly stipend?
I thought you were going to say the weekly beatings.
Well, if you have a new occupation now, then...
Go find your beating somewhere else.
Wait, Ezric, does this mean you're firing me?
I may just have to hire a new servant if you leave again.
But Master, I have to try and find out what happened to my people. And I think in adventuring with these 2, I might find the source of the plague.
Tokas has been our roommate in the wilds for the last few days, and we think he's a fine roommate. Please don't be upset with him for leaving.
I said I would hire a new servant. I never said taking on another apprentice.
Oh.
I'll have to make my own money now.
I wouldn't say that. You have brighter prospects elsewhere.
Words of wisdom.
Well, thank you, Master.
Feel free to stay in your old room. I may have started filling it up with some of my other items while you were gone.
Oh yeah, we didn't look at my room.
My experiments.
I'm in my closet.
You open the door and there's like crazy mutant animals and stuff running around in there.
What happened to my bed?
Yeah, they're like torn up your mattress. And
There's like a bird with 3 heads and spiky teeth.
thank you, Ezric, for your help, and we hope that your dudes know what they're doing.
And thank you for your help in cleaning up my house.
We don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not going to attempt to lie again because he saw through my last one.
Okay, so we're on our way back to the Alchemists Guild.
Guild?
Oh, wait. Thane, what's the, are they still open?
If you hurry, you'll make it back before they close.
Are there dudes that live at the guild, in the guild hall? Or do they just go there for work and then leave at the end of the day?
You don't know much about the Alchemist Guild. Tokas would know that, or he would believe at least, that no one actually lives there, but they have experiments going on around the clock.
You said all the buildings were windowless, so they don't like people looking in on them.
Most of them are.
Well, I still haven't figured out why Ezric told me to never go there.
Probably top secret stuff. He's got a security clearance and...
Yeah, I'm definitely picturing all the alchemists now, like sitting in cubicles, wearing like a suit and tie, and
Like pouring vials like this.
Instead of computers, they just have laboratory equipment, like Bunsen burners and flasks and stuff.
and then their
Like really
commute to
big
work is
glasses.
like a road that goes both ways, but they all like walk in a line, and like when one person stops, the other person stops behind them. They have to wait for traffic to clear up before they keep walking.
Pretty sure that's how it works.
Exactly. So you head back towards the Alchemist Guild.
Yeah. This time we don't knock, we just go in. Because that's what he told us to do.
Arden told us.
That's what Arden told us to do, yeah.
We kick down the door.
I tell Stripey to kick down the door.
Okay, so you enter the building, and you see no one sitting at the counter right now.
I ring the bell.
You hear a grunt and some shuffling from behind the curtain.
Okay. I pretend the curtain is a magical portal that Arden is coming through.
You see Arden brush aside the curtain and step back out and says, "Oh, you're back."
Whoa! Arden, how'd you do that? That was awesome.
You came through the portal.
Super magical portal, man. We came back with a note.
Because the note will say this much better than any of us except Azlo could.
Yes, we're just going to shut up and not say anything and hand you the note. We're going to stop talking
Yeah, just
give
hand
you
him the note.
give you the note and not say anything else. Okay, here's the
Just
note.
hand him the note,
Read the
Shabba.
note. Okay, the note has everything on it that you'll need to know.
It's okay. It's okay. Shabba.
I rub his bald... Oh, I can't reach his bald head.
You rub the back of his calf.
You rub my bald knee.
He's ticklish there, maybe.
He accepts the note, looks at the seal, and inspects it briefly before popping it open. Unrolls it, reads through it, and says,
I try to surreptitiously, lean over so I can read what Isric wrote about us, and try to read it over his shoulder.
He adjusts his positioning.
Shabba, you should have made a stealth check first.
I should have tried to stealth into the shadows.
Oh, you want to stealth check that?
Yes, I do.
I think it'd be fun for our viewers to hear what he wrote about us.
I got a 17 on my stealth check.
Okay, well, he does see you moving in on him.
This guy Arden's crafty.
You kind of loom over his shoulder, and he's looking up at you. Nope.
Shucks. I go back around on the other side of him, and I try to angle myself to wherever the light source is in the room, so I can try to see through the paper, the parchment, and read backwards.
But can you even read Ezric's? How does Isric write? I mean, you said he scrawled it feebly. I'd imagine it's chicken scratch.
Probably an old man's
Yeah, it's
cursive.
you could see a few words here and there as he was writing it, but it was not something you could easily read.
They say things like fantastic and nice guys and
Tall, handsome giant.
and impeccable fashion sense.
You can't manage to catch whatever he's saying. But he rolls up the paper and sticks it into a drawer in the desk and says, "Right, well, we'll be taking that crystal then, and it'll cost you 20 gold pieces for research. It should be done in about 2 weeks."
Okay.
All right. That's, I think that's more equitable.
Arden, will we be able to have the stone back after the research is finished?
If there's anything left of it.
We'll likely use it for all sorts of tests, so I wouldn't expect getting much back.
Will we be given a detailed written report of your findings
Yes, of course, as is customary.
to be potentially published in a research magazine?
I'm going to pull Azlo aside, if I may. Not Shabba. Shabba's still talking to Arden. Just you and me.
All right.
Yeah, I just inquire while they're talking. I just ask Arden about the different types of research that they do.
Azlo, I don't know what you're thinking, but this isn't a much better deal than what we've had before.
It is slightly better on 2 accounts, and that adds up to a little more slightly better.
I see this as 2 paths here, right? So we could do like the right thing. We could like try to research the stone. It's going to take a while anyway, and maybe try to save the world, or we could try to sell it on the black market. I mean, you know some people, right?
When we go to advertise this stone, how much are we going to tell them exactly? Because if we advertise it as a stone that causes people to die and then become undead, I don't think our asking price is going to be very high.
But it could be a way to maybe find the cultists. They would probably hear about the stone being sold.
Very interesting. But that's a very good point. We're still not sure yet if these stones caused the plague or if they tried to contain it, right?
Right, that's true. So let me ask this question again. Do you think that would be a better plan for our party to maybe potentially sell the stone instead of going down 20 gold pieces? What does your moral compass tell you, Azlo?
So I guess the other question, I can't remember if we've talked about this already. When your people got hit by the spell plague, you didn't see any of these stones anywhere around your town, did you?
No, I don't remember finding any stones. But we have many stones.
Right, but not crystal obsidian.
Well, no, we do have black and crystal-like stones. I
Right.
just don't remember. I don't remember any stones in particular. What are you trying to say, Azlo?
In other words, if you also found these obsidian crystals stuck into the ground in the perimeter around your town, that's probably what caused the plague.
Perhaps. But it was a different assault. It didn't seem like a slow death. I mean, the cultists came in through our gates. I mean, yes, I think that they weakened us, but once they came through those gates, it was a massacre.
I think we can assume that the crystals were used to detain the undead. And if that's true, then probably selling it on the black market wouldn't do much to attract the attention of the cultists, because for all we know, they might not even know that anyone put those there.
But it might fetch us a pretty penny.
It might if anyone had a reason to value obsidian.
I mean, we're going down 20. We just got a plat from my old teacher. Like, you know, the stock in this company is going up and up. Why are we gonna sell off all this money we just made?
It's the cost of doing business, I suppose.
See. I mean, I feel like we could still solve the plague problem. You know?
Do you have the means alchemically to figure out what this does?
I mean, I think I can research this faster and better than these guys.
This object of great power can be used for good.
Yeah.
Our good.
Yeah, I'm saying we sell the stone or we research it ourselves. That's what I'm proposing. These are a bunch of old people that pour chemicals into beakers all day.
Which is exactly what you aspire to be.
Minus the old part. I guess what I'm trying to say, Azlo, is do you want to make some money? Or do you want to try and do the good guy thing here? That's why I pulled you aside. I didn't think Shabba would have anything to do with this. But we could still turn this deal down.
Let me think for a second.
You guys turn around and I'm holding Stripey upside down and rubbing his fur on Arden's head. And you're like, what happened while we were talking? Don't ask. Some things don't need to be explained.
For science.
Yeah, and then I lift it off and his hair is like staticking.
Static electricity.
I'm like, oh, that's how that works.
Yes, that's how it works.
We wouldn't know what that was. Wait, what's electricity? Why does it cling to your pet, Shabba?
I don't know. Arden's helping me understand science things. So, what are you guys talking about over there? Can we
nothing.
give him the stone and go?
No, we're not talking about anything, Shabba.
Oh, okay.
You can go back to rubbing Stripey.
Okay, I do.
Yeah, paying them to do this would be a pretty hefty business expense in a situation where we don't really have many funds to speak of.
The economy these days.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I think you might be better at doing this after all. Why don't we hold on to it? We can bring it with us, and if you aren't able to figure out how it works, maybe we can find somebody who can on our travels.
Yeah, I think that's good, and it also opens the possibility. I mean, he said they were going to use up the stone. It's the possibility for us to sell it. Obviously, maybe we shouldn't sell it if we find out that like it still could be used for evil, but maybe we sell it anyway. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll play it by ear.
Money's money.
I'm not really one for planning ahead, so we'll just kind of see what happens. Okay. I turn around. Shabba, we're going to get moving. We're going to head out. So if you want to come along.
Oh, we're not going to do the
No,
thing?
we've got that thing that we need to do. Remember? That place we have to be.
Do you wink at me as you say that?
Yes.
Okay. I'm like, oh, yeah, that thing. I remember that thing.
Okay.
Arden says, excuse me, but you still have the stone.
Excuse me, but yes, we do. And we are leaving now.
Okay. I figure Azlo will explain to me what this is all about when we get outside. So I'm like, thank you, Arden, for teaching me about hair. Goodbye. Have a good afternoon.
We might be back.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Bye.
And good day. Or good evening.
Do we get Ezric's note before we leave?
No, he already put it away in a drawer.
And he won't give it to us?
You didn't ask him for it.
Could we have that note before we go? Maybe?
Any chance?
The note was addressed to the guild.
Yeah, see, like, we're sort of his buddies, and we've become like a guild of our own, almost.
I'm an apprentice to the guild.
Yeah, Tokas here is technically an apprentice of the guild.
An unofficial apprentice to the guild.
Apprentice to a guild member, but not an apprentice of the guild.
Oh.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you guys about that. He doesn't really want me here.
You're the assistant to the assistant regional manager.
No, I just haven't gotten my license yet. That's all. You know, my little writ of my little alchemist pendant. You know, whatever they get. I don't know what they have because I don't have it.
Right. They give you a secret tattoo on your left butt cheek when you join. you don't know that yet. Thank you for your time, Arden.
It makes the entrance process coming in and out of the front gate a little awkward, but I mean, I guess whatever works. We walk out.
All right, we leave.